Claudia Orozco's second video, Federal Financial Group. I really appreciate the chance that we have to get together today. I don't know if I will or will not gonna be able to help you, but we are gonna go through some areas that we work with, such as increasing cash flow, decreasing debt, reducing taxes, and we also specialize in life insurance and annuities and how this can help you to shave off years from your retirement date. After all this, if you are interested in some specific areas, we will get back together and we will go through your interest, okay? But today, there's really nothing to buy, just sit back and relax. Well, Federal Financial Group is a national company that represents different insurance companies with billions in dollars in assets. Some of them, they have been in the market for over 100 years. What we do is we teach people about money, how it works and how we can make it work for you. Our goal and our special goal is to help people to become financially independent. What that means is that the interest that you are earning from the money that you put away replaces the money that you get from your salary or your business. And when that happens, you probably don't have to work anymore. Well, you can work, but you don't have to, right? Well, that's financial independence. Would you like me to show you how to get there? Perfect, great. Well, what I would like to do is to talk about some of the challenges and situations and some of the solutions that we are facing today. For example, first of all, let's take a look at the past 10 years. Salaries has risen, but also the living expenses are going up and up. So for many Americans, there's really no way that the income can keep up with the housing and some other things. So what happens is that people get into debt, and then there's a lack of security, there's poor saving habits, and that's when the real problem starts. Now, this is just my point. Imagine that we have this room full of 100 people. From those 100 people, how many do you think they are gonna be financial independent at the age of 65? Guess what? Just 4. So that means 96 people are gonna be facing 3 things. One of these 3 things. 1, they are gonna rely on family. 2, they are gonna rely on charity, or the majority of them probably they're gonna be working after 65. So, for example, have you ever seen all those seniors working at Walmart? That's difficult, right? Well, the solutions. We work in key areas that involve 7 steps that are going to help you to build your financial future. These steps are how to increase cash flow, decrease debt, reduce taxes, and also how to get you retired as soon as possible. And the goal here is to get financial independence the quicker. Well, please stop me if you have any questions, if you have any priorities, and we will go through some specific, okay? Okay, let's start with step 1. Step 1 is inspect what you expect. That means that in order to have money in the future, we need to know how you are spending your money today. And part of understanding how money works and how we can make it work for you, we need to know where your money goes. So we will introduce you to a tool where you are going to be able to track your earnings and your expenses, so you are going to be able to inspect what you expect. And the goal here is to free up the money that you didn't know you had. And this extra cash, we can use it to pay a debt or put it towards your future goals and dreams and get you retired as soon as possible. The step 2 is increase cash flow. Now, Mr. Client, how could you define cash flow? Well, that's a great definition. That's right. Cash flow is monthly money that comes in and out. So we work with different companies that specialize in improving your cash flow by reducing the cost of servicing your debts. For example, let me ask you a question. At the end of the year, are you getting money back from your taxes or you are paying money? Oh, well, that's really interesting because I have a client who, at the end of the year, he gets something like between $2,500 to $3,000. So when he told me that, I told him, so are you telling me that you are allowing the government to keep your money for over a year and give it back to you without interest? And he said, yes. So I said, well, that doesn't make any sense. And you know what? It really doesn't make any sense. So there are ways to take your money and make it work for you, to get the interest for you. Don't let the government to take your money and give it to you with nothing. Okay, step 3 is under review. So we're going to skip that one, okay? Step 4 is creating an emergency cash fund. What I have found is that a lot of people, they really don't have an emergency fund. So what happens is if you have a problem with your car and you need to fix it, they pay it with the credit cards. So the repair that was at the beginning $1,800, at the end of 3 or 4 years, you end paying $3,000. So, this is what is really hurting people. That is what we need an emergency fund. An emergency fund needs to have 4 factors. 1, it has to be safe. 2, it has to be liquid. And 3, it has to get a rate of return better than a checking account. And it has to be separated and systematic. Here is the point. Have you ever tried to build an emergency fund inside a checking account? That doesn't work, right? Why? Because it's free money. So you have it in your checking account, you can write a check, you use your ATM, so you spend it. So what we really encourage people is to do a separate account. Such as money market account, you can just fix it going to the bank and telling the banker to draft probably, I don't know, whatever amount is comfortable for you, $50 a month draft from your checking account to your money market account. So that way you have your safe fund. So when something happens, you already have the money in the bank and your credit cards are 0.